You think you know fear. But what if the monster lurking in the shadows didn't just want to kill? He wanted to be seen? In the night-shrouded hills of Northern California, a figure emerged. Faceless, nameless, but obsessed with recognition. This is not just the story of murders. This is the story of a mind that demanded to be seen. The summer of 1968, a quiet road, parked cars, young couples, then gunshots in the night. What began as one shocking killing on Lake Herman Road was not merely a crime, it became the birth of a myth. The man who would later call himself Zodiac was not content simply to kill. He would taunt, he would leave letters, he would claim identity, he would perform. And in doing so, he transformed from killer into legend. His message was clear: I exist, I will be seen, and the world will fear me for it. But behind the myth, behind the symbol of a cross circle scrawled on letters, was a mind driven by something far darker, a narcissistic hunger for validation, a sadistic urge to dominate not just victims, but the entire public consciousness. As we peel back the layers of letters, cryptograms, and terrified witnesses, we must ask, what compels a human being to commit murder and then crave the spotlight? What fissure in the soul causes someone to murder strangers, then insist on being recognized for it? The Zodiac Killer, not only a killer of bodies, but a killer of anonymity. The confirmed victims: 5 people murdered, 2 more seriously wounded. But what makes the Zodiac case truly chilling is the randomness. Young couples parked in remote places, a taxi driver alone in San Francisco. The weapon? Sometimes a .22 caliber pistol, sometimes a knife. Typical serial killers follow a pattern, but the Zodiac twisted the pattern. He changed his methods. He changed his locations. The unpredictability itself became part of the terror. You felt safe until you didn't. That's what makes it so terrifying. Because if you thought you were safe, think again. He could strike, and then demand that you notice. And why? Because he wasn't just about death. He was about fear. The public, the police, the press, they all became his stage. You were the audience, and he wanted to keep you watching. This is the Zodiac speaking. 4 dread-filled words that echoed across newspapers. He mailed letters to the press. He included ciphers. He claimed not 5 murders, but 37. The messages were taunts. They were invitations. They were demands. He asked for recognition, buttons bearing his symbol. He mocked the police. He told of future school bus killings. Each unsolved cipher was another piece of his game. He forced the public to wonder, to search, to talk about him. Because what he wanted most was to be seen. And that's what makes the case so different. He didn't disappear after kills. He stuck around. He held up a mirror and said, "Look at me." The killer became a brand, a sign, a symbol of fear. Criminal profilers studied his letters. They noted the traits: narcissistic personality disorder, antisocial behavior, schizotypal obsession with cryptic codes. He was highly intelligent and highly disturbed. He hid behind anonymity, yet demanded recognition. He targeted strangers unconnected to him, no vendetta. That tells us a lot. The violence was symbolic. The terror was broadcast. He was operating at the edge of psychology, satisfying fantasies of power, control, visibility. What can we learn? Anyone who craves fear as an audience, anyone who performs cruelty for reaction, may follow the same path. Awareness matters. Knowing the red flags matters. Because the Zodiac's legacy isn't just old newspapers. It's the blueprint of a certain type of human monster. He used fear as a weapon rather than just his gun. The terror of being watched. The terror of being vulnerable. The terror of what you don't understand. And yet, the police were baffled. Forensic tools of the 1960s failed to catch him. Modern tools might have made a difference. But by then, he had already sculpted his persona. He was media savvy. He used the newspapers. He used us. The message you cannot hide. He will find you. Not necessarily physically, but psychologically. He might already be inside your mind if you give him that power. The lesson for us? Don't stay silent. Don't assume you're invisible. Because whether it's a legendary killer or a manipulative mind near you, terror only works when you don't speak up. 40+ years later, and the identity of the Zodiac remains unknown. Investigators named suspects, looked at DNA, analyzed ciphers, but no definitive answer. That uncertainty amplified his legend. The unknown killer who got away. The man who said, "I am the killer of the 2 teenagers last Christmas," and then disappeared into silence. An unsolved case doesn't mean the danger vanished. It just means the warning continues. Because when someone escapes justice, their myth grows and the message remains. I am still here. For us, that means vigilance. It means paying attention when someone uses fear, anonymity, projection, rather than remorse or humanity. Because the unknown might strike again. The media loved the story. The public feared it. The Zodiac exploited it. He turned himself into a legend. He built an image. He dared us to talk about him. When criminals crave fame, when they stage manage their narrative, the profile shifts. They become celebrities of crime, and that changes everything. We don't just watch crime, we feed it. For every letter he sent, every cipher unsolved, the more power he gained. And the more he was seen, the danger now lies not just in the act, but in the amplification. In the screens, the likes, the social feeds. The modern Zodiac might not send letters. He might post. He might stream. He might not need to kill to dominate. He might dominate through fear. Awareness becomes our shield. If the Zodiac taught us one thing, it is this. The mind of a predator is often a showman's mind. He wants attention. He wants fear. He wants you to know. So defense isn't just physical. It is psychological. It is about recognizing manipulation, recognizing a performance. When someone tries to control your fear, you take the control. Stay visible, talk, share. When something feels off, it probably is. Victims are not always random. They are often seen, watched, evaluated. If you feel singled out, you are. Empowerment means interruption. Disrupt the narrative. Don't give him the audience. Because the Zodiac's greatest tool wasn't the gun or the knife. It was the public's gaze. The Zodiac case occurred before social media. Before instant footage, before viral attention. But the pattern remains. Someone seeking power through fear. Someone craving visibility. In workplaces, social settings, relationships. The wolf may not wear a cross-circle symbol. He may post memes, send cryptic messages, threaten exposure. The same psychological blueprint: narcissism, sadism, performance. Recognize the signs. Excessive need for recognition. Delight in others' discomfort, constant threat of exposure. When the fear becomes entertainment for someone else, you become part of the script. Don't play along. Don't become the audience. Because fear is the new stage. And you don't have to step into it. Awareness is not paranoia. It's readiness. If you see the tactic, you take away its power. If you name the fear, you shrink it. Distance yourself from drama that demands you watch, demands you fear. Question letters, messages, demands for attention. When someone tries to terrify you into silence, speak. Record, share, disclose, support victims. Because the killer who craves being seen only wins when the audience is complicit. When you say nothing, you become part of the show. The Zodiac's legacy wasn't just the murders. It was the spectacle. Don't let someone else control your fear. Don't hand them the spotlight. You might think the Zodiac is history. He is not. His pattern is alive. His blueprint is active. And the more technology advances, the more the performance evolves. Today, you might not find a name. You might find an account, a handle, a message, a letter. Public violence is still weaponized. Fear still sells. Attention still feeds the predator. So the Zodiac Killer, his mind that needed to be seen, is still relevant. Because we still feed it. Because we still watch. And because someone, somewhere, still wants to be more than invisible. Defense begins when we understand the predator isn't behind us. He is inside the glare. And the best way to stop him is to refuse to look. The Zodiac Killer will likely never be caught. But his greatest victory would be to live beyond his crimes, to become immortal in fear. And in many ways, he already has. We tell his tale, we study his letters, we watch his films. We give him the audience he craved. But what if we instead took the audience away? What if we refused to let the predator dominate our attention? Because in the end, the most powerful tool someone like the Zodiac had is your gaze. And your gaze can be redirected. From fear to empowerment. From silence to voice. From victim to survivor. Stay visible. Stay vocal. Don't become another chapter in the spectacle. The mind that needed to be seen, now you see it and no longer feed it. If you found this deep dive into danger and defense valuable, subscribe now and turn on notifications.